For the Friday installment of our Fishman Takeover. My name is Greg. That's Dylan on the drums. We're here to cause trouble with you, friends. And we have a special guest that is beaming in via video after we play a short jam. We'll have a special little hickey hickey. Friends, how's it going out there? It is a beautiful, well, it's not so beautiful. It's a little cloudy, but at least it's warm. It's not cold here behind the cheddar curtain. And, yes, I'm going to share this real quick. I'm going to share it over here. I'm going to share it over there. I'm going to share it with music friends hither and yon. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to go over to the Grass Kingdom. Post it. Gonna go over here to the commercial trio. I'm gonna post it. Gonna post it. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna post it. That's what I'm gonna do. Post it. What a great song that was, ladies and gentlemen. It was called Post It. Sometimes I like to post it. It feels good for my soul. How's it going out there, you all? Beautiful day in Tennessee, says Jody. Good evening to you, Gristle Gang Cats, and to you as well. Michael Burrell, what's going on, Daddy-O? Martin, not much is cooking. I'll tell you that right now. Not a whole lot is cooking as we speak. I've got the Strat in hand today, and I'm going to wield it. I've got the Strat in hand, and I'm gonna wield it. Strat's in hand, and I'm gonna rock it. Strat's in hand, and I'm gonna wield it. Friends, how's it going out there? How's it going on? We got aloha from Hawaii. I like that. Greetings, James. Stephen Blake in the house. Hello, monsieur. And we've got Mighty Denmark listening, and I like that. I like all of it. It fills me with glee. Fills me with glee. Start to realize just what is true. What else can you do? Follow the rule. I've been down, but not like this before. Can't be around this kind of show no more. Been down, but not like this before. All of the good times around in the land of milk and honey and time has its scars. Rainy days, they turn to sunny ones. Well, you're living the life, loving everyone. I've been down, but not like this before. Can't be around this kind of show no more. Sometimes I get in a mood for little feet. I get the mood for a little bit of little feet. Little feet. Folks, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be part of something that Jennifer Batten is putting on, my buddy Jennifer. And, of course, you know her from playing with Jeff Beck, Michael Jackson, with her own aggregations. And she puts on this, starting with earlier this year with COVID-19 and the quarantine, she came up with this cool idea for a guitar symposium, Guitar Cloud Symposium. And it's been going on now. She's done a few of them, and I'm going to be a part of the one that's going to be on the weekend of April 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm doing my thing on the 18th of April. I'm doing a thing on slide guitar and tone, getting some good tones. And a bunch of cool people involved. Anyways, there's a nice video that she did that we're going to buzz into right now to tell you all about it. Can you dig it? Ryan, are you ready? Are you going to kick it? Ryan's going to kick it. Kick that vid. I see his, I see it. He's in there. He's going to hit it.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Batten, and I want to invite you to Guitar Cloud Symposium. If you're a guitarist looking to improve your playing and performing, or just looking for some inspiration from some top players, you will love this. Each edition is a 4-day event featuring modules from 4 or more instructors sharing aspects of music and the music industry they're most passionate about. Each session spans a wide spectrum of playing interests and styles. Plus, you get access to online folders full of materials that further reinforces your grasp of the content. You also get to join our rap party. On the last day of the symposium, registrants and instructors gather together for bonus Q&A sessions. Join us and take your skills to new levels. Find out more at guitarcloudsymposium.com. I'm going to talk about just a couple of our wonderful sponsors that's been with us for a long, long time. Of course, Positive Grid has been a great sponsor for us. And Fishman. Several of us are Fishmanites. And I don't even fish. I am no stranger to the Fishman triple play wireless MIDI system. I love that thing. It gives you access to just about any sound that a keyboard player has. And it don't get better than that. I mean, back in my day, before we had shoes, when I was with Jeff Beck 20 years ago, I had this ridiculous rack. He must have paid thousands and thousands of dollars to get that thing around the world. And now all you need is a MacBook Air and a trigger on your guitar, hex pickup, and you're good to go. And because of Mr. Gregory Cockery, I've been telling a lot of people this. Pickups, you can read how good a pickup is in text, and that doesn't really mean anything until you hear somebody play it. Or you go to the expense of buying it, putting it in your guitar and going, meh. It was you, listening to you on your Strat, your Les Paul, and your Tele with your Fishman pickups. I go, sign me up. That is the best demo there is out there. I'm going to make the rounds. We have Vicky Genfan joining us, of course. One of the core instructors, Gretchen Men, also has been with us since the beginning. Daniele Gottardo has been with us 3 or 4 different times, wowing the students with your amazing musicality and chops. And Mundo Julerat joined us in March. Let's have Greg Koch tell you about what you're going to be teaching that I am very excited about.
Well, we have discussed that I would maybe do some slide stuff and then talk about tone. And slide guitar is kind of it's an interesting thing. It's a very, very distinct flavor, obviously, stylistically. I've been influenced by a bunch of different slide players over the years in the quest to try to come up with a voice that is my own on it. But in doing so, I've kind of, tried on the shoes of various different prestidigitators of the slide world. And so I think it'll be fun to go over some standard tuning stuff, because I put out a book video a couple years ago with our friends at Hal Leonard on standard tuning slide. So I've come up with kind of a cool way of being able to achieve some slide techniques that sound like you're in open tuning, but yet you are in standard tuning. And then as far as tone is concerned, that's kind of all over the map. We can get into how I approach tone on the different guitars and how I play to the different guitars in terms of, I definitely have a different grab bag when I'm playing a 335 or a Les Paul versus a Strat. There's the Strat souffles that I'll deploy, surf piping hot. And then there's all the teleisms and so on and so forth. So, and then there's different ways of going about achieving the tone. You can keep it simple and kind of let your hands do the talking. Or you can have a little bit of fun and augment it with some other accoutrements. But my biggest thing is that it should sound like you no matter what. You shouldn't be masked by your devicery. You know what I mean? You should be able to conjure up the different tones that still gives your intrinsic vibe across with your hands, and then you can embellish it with all of the accoutrement, if you will. Does that sound good? That sounded pretty good to me. And we're back. Can you dig that? I couldn't hear that, but I saw it, and I was there when it was happening. So, hope you guys dug all that kind of activity. And by all means, join us for that Festivus activities. Can you all dig it? Can you dig what we're throwing down? So please attend. Jennifer Batten, Jennifer, I see you out there in the virtual land. What's going down? Here we are. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Wow. I can dig it all. It's a Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Davey C. Music says, Greg, want to sell me that Bradford Beach Blue guitar? Gristle 90. No, that's mine. That's mine, Davey. You know what's interesting, kind of a funny story about the happy accident that was Bradford Beach Blue. The other guitar that I've been playing for the last year, which was Tosa Turquoise, that color is coming, but that was the color it was supposed to be. And there was a small foobar that took place because Ken and myself, we just took it for granted that, when you said Tosa turquoise, that's the color, and the factory did make that color. But then when they actually placed the order for the guitars, once we got the pickups and everything ready to go, they just reverted back to a turquoise that they had on file. So that's what these initial guitars are. And initially, I was worried because Ken took a picture of the guitars to me and sent it to me, and it was it looked really blue to me. It didn't look like there was any green in it at all. I'm like, oh Lord. But then when I saw that the actual color, it's beautiful. So it's a happy mistake, ladies and gentlemen. So there'll be a first quantity for the first 3 months, actually. There will be quantities of Bradford Beach Blue, and then it will sink into oblivion, and the Tosa turquoise will be at hand. So if you want one of those sweet morsels, you better get on it. Can you dig it? All right. Can you dig it? Will you dig it? No, let's do something we haven't done for a while. Yes. That was a song I wrote many years ago, actually, at this point in time. A song called Mrs. Buckley. And that was a song we did back with Roscoe Beck, Johnny Calarco on the drums, I believe. Actually, the version that's on... there's a version that's on live on the radio that has Tommy Breckline on drums, I believe. Isn't that right? Tommy Breckline on drums and Roscoe Beck on bass. And that was a little jam tune I came up with back in the day. And the tune and the title, Mrs. Buckley, was actually from an old blooper reel of, what's his name? Orson Welles, when he was doing a voiceover and he was getting a little mad at the people. And part of the text, he was, "We know a place in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives." And then he loses his mind. And so I thought, Mrs. Buckley deserves a song. So that's what we did there. Mrs. Buckley, ba-diddle-da-dee. Stuart Moore asked, what Strat is that, Greg? Well, this is my Wildwood 1057 Strat relic that I've had for quite a few years now. And this has the Fishman Fluence single width pickups for Stratocaster. And they sound so doggone good. That's the kind of the 54 Strat sound there. Mary had a little lamb. Feast was spotted as snow. And everywhere that child went, you know that lamb was sure to go. He followed her to school one day and broke the teacher's rule. What a time did they have, yeah, that day at school. Tascam, a green and yellow basket. Wrote a letter to my baby, yeah, on the way I passed it. like that, ladies and gentlemen. So that's that middle pickup sound, and these pickup sounds diggity doggone good. These Fishmen flew in single with pickups of doom, destruction too. Biscuit, basket, a green and yellow basket, tisket, trisket, tasket. Wrote a letter to my baby, oh yeah, we howie ya. And on the way, I passed it. I don't know what that all means. It sounds magical. Sounds like magical talk, Dylan. Doggone it. Have I ever met Richie Kotzen? I don't think I have. I know. Is the amp point to point? No, it is not. Keep playing that funky music, big boy. I like it. I do like the funky music. It's good for your soul. And for your nostrils as well. A lot of people don't understand that. It's for your nostrils. Someone asked a question. Oh, Richie Kotzen. I came across him at a NAMM show a couple times, I think, with Fender back in the day. I may have said, hi, how are you? But I don't really remember. I just remember him being there. He was doing his own thing in his own time. He doing his thing. Have I ever met Richie Cunningham? Well, of course. I'm from Milwaukee. And, of course, we know the Cunninghams lived in Milwaukee and went to Arnold's. Actually, no. What? Greg, when will your podcast with Guthrie Trapp be uploaded? It's funny you should say that because I was just interacting with Guthrie scant moments before we went live, and it went live last week. So if you go to the podcast place, the Gristle, Chewing the Gristle podcast on Apple or wherever you'd like to go to see your podcasts or listen to your podcast. Oh, I don't know what's happening to me. The Charlie Star one I think went live yesterday, and the Guthrie Trapp one went live last week. That's how that's going. Can you dig it? Questions out there. Recovering from a triple bypass after bleed. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad you're doing better now. Are we going to be on Together tomorrow? No, Michael, I messed up. We're going to be on the 2 weeks. It's going to be 2 weeks before I kind of double booked myself. My brain was not functioning properly, which is something that happens every now and again. Vermont Blues Player says, Greg needs to start doing stand-up comedy. Well, you know what? I appreciate that sentiment, but I can only think of one business that's worse than the music industry, and that's probably pursuing a career it's stand-up comedy. So I've got a place in line, at least at this point, where there's food coming in. So I think I'll make forays into it as here and there as opportunities present. Can you dig it? Would you? Oh, this is an interesting question. One I've never seen posed before. Cody Hicks says, would you rather be Superman for a day or win $50,000? I would say Superman for a day because you could do all kinds of things. You could steal $50,000. Well, you could, but you wouldn't want to steal, of course. You would like to just say to some folks, hey, give me a lot of money and I will do X, Y, and Z for you or I would save the world. You know what I would do? I'd save the world. Take that, Cody. How would I do that? I would use my razor eyes. I'd use my laser eyes for good. But thanks for the question. I'd go with Superman for 200. Folks. Boy, it's causing a lot of controversy out there. A lot of people piping in on that question. With their answers of what they would rather have, $50,000, boom, or Superman for a day. I think you got to go with Superman for a day every time. Yeah. Because having $50,000, I mean, anyone could do that within reason. I mean, that's a possibility. But being Superman, that's like an impossibility, right? Am I right? So you'd have to go with the Superman activity. Dylan should do a rim shot every now and again. He does. He often plays along with my insanity when I'm talking. Right? Yeah, good one, Sam. Sam says Superman could clear 50 grand by noon. Word up. Okay, so we've done that. We've Supermaned. Greetings from South London. Greetings to you, Ozzy. What's going on? Londinium. I dig it. Okay, so I've played this guitar today. I've enjoyed this guitar. Nice and light. Two voices on the pickups, yes. I went through both sounds when I was doing the Mary had a little Sasquatch, and it goes like more of like a 54 Strat pickup, and then something that's a little bit more ballsier, like a Texas special. Texas. This particular guitar is actually a Wildwood Spec 57 Les Paul from the custom shop in the tone hue officially called Sweet Cherry. And but I have the open core Fishman Fluence classic humbuckers on this bad boy. And there are two voices and then a coil tap on these rascals. Are you more Les Paul or Strat? Well, I've definitely done more time on a Strat than I have on a Les Paul, although I love them both. But what are you going to do? Yes. Ever played a Richie Kotzen Strat? No, you mean the Telly? I know there's a Telly. I don't know if there's a Strat. Is there? Richie Kotzen? Richie Kotzen, the Kotzen Richie. D-string. You son of a bitch. I'll kick your butt, D-string, going flat on me. Yes, that was a little bit of the Chiefs blues for the kids. For the kids, there was a jam. For the kids, for the kids, for the kids. Thank you very much. Soulful Funky 63, thank you very much. Cheeky Gristle, it's good for you. This is a nice Les Paul. These pickups in this guitar are a lethal combination, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe do a little combination of that and a song. If you guys aren't aware, we do have our new CD that is, we're accepting pre-orders for signed copies. There's quite a few we have to sign at this particular juncture. But the Koch Marshall Trio, our ensemble, we have a new CD coming out called From the Upna, and it's got 7 instrumental songs, 5 vocal tunes, and at gregkoch.com, you can place your order. They're going to be delivered by the end of the month, and the digital release is going to be coming now at the same time, so that'll be out by the end of the month. And this is the tune that's on it, which is kind of a tongue-in-cheeky tune. Tongue-in-cheeky tune. And because, you know, life is funny, I think. Thank you, Mr. Quarantine. You're keeping me safe from a COVID-19. But when the going gets rough, the rough get hangry for something sweet or maybe a little tangy. Well, now I need to lose a quarantine. I think I've gained a quarantine. Eating those crunch berries was a whole lot of fun. Now I gotta lose a quarantine. 'Cause when my double chin goes round in third, I need to lose a quarantine. Tacos from Chilongo, pizza from Y East. Nothing left to do but sit around and feast. Quarantine. I need to lose a quarantine. 'Cause when my double chin goes round in third, I need to lose a quarantine. Well, Hector's is down on the left. Left is down on the right. If you're feeling like a little takeout tonight, quarantine. Well, I need to lose it. 'Cause when my double chin goes round in third, I need to lose a quarantine. crispy treats are good. 7-layer bars are better. But Reese's reigns supreme in any kind of weather. Growing son, I need a loser. 'Cause when my double chin goes round and third, I need to lose a quarantine. Quarantine, quarantine. I need to lose a quarantine. Quarantine, oh, well, I need to lose. When my double chin goes round and third, I need to lose a corn. That felt pretty good. Felt pretty good. Felt pretty good right here. So again, these are these Fishman Fluence classic humbuckers, open chord. And they're not afraid to rock with the intensity of 1,000 Suns. I got the bite of those original PAFs, but I can also get a second voice. It's got a little bit more heat. So for instance, if I'm on that bridge pickup, here's the second voice. It's a little fatter. And I can do a coil tap as well. So Dylan's bolting. Dylan is bolting, his time is done. He's going to have a little Friday fun. Dylan is going, he rocked for you. And now he's going to go and watch some Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Wow, he's not going to watch Scooby-Doo, but I needed rhyme. Oh, is the snare on? Oh, he turned it off. Sassy cat. Sassy cat. Listen to that sweet, sweet coil tap. It sounds good. Beware of the snare. Beware of the snare. Good question, says Mr. Schlesinger. He says, is there a sound difference between the open core and the other Fluence Classics? No, it's just an aesthetic thing. It's just an aesthetic thing. Is there a volume drop when you use the coil tap? A little bit, so check it out, sir. Oh, there we go. Coil tap, coil tap. Back to full humbucker. That's a juicy tone right there. Thank you, Vicky. That's very nice. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Vicky. Can you dig it? That was your own song, Vicky. Vicky had her own song. Vicky had her own song. Say what? How long do you recommend practice? Yes. I'm going to say, Nathan, I'm just going to say yes. I would say a little bit every day as opposed to cramming it on the weekend. That sounded weird. I'm just going to say an hour a day keeps ass hand away. That's all I'm going to say. That doesn't make any sense either. Just practice as much as you can. Okay? All right. What's for dinner tonight? Asked Michael Burrell. Little chicken on the grill, little chicken on the grill, little chicken on the chicken on the chicken on the grill. Do I own a Firebird? No, I do not, but I do have that Telly Bird, which was made for me by this fella, Mike Lamprin, who has a place called Ventura County Vintage out in Ventura, California. And he made me it's a Firebird body with a big old baseball bat telly neck with a Mojo Tone signed Johnny Winter pickup in the neck position and a telly pickup in the back. That's cool, and it's surf green. Forbidden fruit. And I don't know why it's forbidden. I just felt like saying that. Sometimes you just got to say it. It's delicious. If asked how much practice you're not doing enough, well, Mark, let's not judge. Okay, let's not go judgy. Judge Judy. Let's not go Judge Judy. I don't know what that means either. I hear some dishes clamoring in there in the other room. That means there's some victuals afoot. Victuals afoot. Do I own a Flying V? That I do not. That I do not. Do I own an SG? Asked Laura. You know what? I used to play an SG back in the day, but I sold it. I do not have any SGs at the moment. SG is one of those guitars. If I play it, being 6'7", I play that guitar. I was like, is that a mandolin? Is that a ukulele? And I go, no, it's not. It's not any of those things. Okay, I'm just a big son of a bitch. Okay, deal with it. Do not size shame me. Don't size shame. Don't do it. Or I will crush you with my great life force. Greg with the Flying V is an interesting picture. You know what? I could pull it off, friend. Pull it off. I wouldn't mind getting one of those Albert King-ish type, old Carina. Oh, who wouldn't? But, some kind of a reish in that regard. I'd take it and play it and frighten people is what I'd do with it. Nothing wrong with any of that. What if I'm seeing random comments. Have I ever played a modern? No, I never have. I never have played a modern. A mighty tower of gristle and steel. That's how I like to think of it, Mark V. Thank you. Size is relative. A friend once told me that. It is what it is, by Jiminy Jangle. Just curious, how's your hearing, Greg? Mine is a little damaged. I'm going to say mine's a little damaged as well, okay? My left ear has a tendency to be a little but sometimes that's a welcome friend. It doesn't really bother me, to be honest with you. That's why I wear these things when we're in the room here, because the drums will destroy you. As they do, actually everything in this room, it's very reflective. It's hardwood floors, and it's a loud room. So I wear these to mitigate the carnage. Greg, is your choice of amps intentional? Well, it's my signature amp, so by that, I'm going to say yes. I have a tendency to use amps that are my signature amp, although I know what you're saying, the Koch amps. How did that work? Well, we're not related, but it's no coincidence. Let's just put it that way. I knew they were great amps. We met up, and we said, wouldn't that be funny if I played your amps? And they said, yes. And then I played one of their amps. Like, I'd totally play this amp. And then we came up with a recipe for a signature amplifier, and that's all they've been playing. So this is an interesting thing that's being said here. Playing standing or standing up or seated. I always play standing up, but this entire time during, obviously, the quarantine, when I'm playing in the Orange Room, I'm sitting down. So when I go to the Dallas Guitar Show at the end of this month, I'm going to have to play standing up for the first time in quite some time. So I'm hoping I can pull it off. Yeah, random choice of amps would be strange. Well, you know what? I've played all kinds of different amps. I can usually make whatever work. But this amp has everything I want on it, so it's all good. But if I'm in a situation where I've played everything you could possibly imagine, I'll make whatever work. I was in Italy a couple of years ago, and we had to fly from where our tour manager was with our stuff to the south, to Naples, and do a gig at this little town outside of Naples. And they had backline provided, and I was provided with an orange half stack. And I got to tell you, I made that thing work. It sounded just fine. Another situation, I was down in Jamaica, and they were supposed to have like a twin or a super reverb, and it was a JC 120 one night and a Frontman 100 the next. But I had my Gristle King pedal, put that thing in front of it, got a nice clean sound with either amp, used the Gristle King for a little clean boost and an overdrive. It sounded fine. Can you dig it? Eric says, podcast suggestion, Austin Hanks, who's been playing with Billy Gibbons for a few years. Well, that'd be great. I'd love to get Billy Gibbons. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to talk with Billy Gibbons. Sometimes it's hard to get a hold of people. So how it works is that whoever I happen to get a hold of is who we get. It's like I need some more podcasts. Let me see who I can get. There we go. Boom. That's kind of how it works. Friends of mine and people I have affiliation with or some kind of inroad with, that's kind of how it all lines up. Timing is everything. Whoever, gets back to you and says, I can do it. Boom. Yeah, headphones that's why you saw me turn them down when I was in the midst of one of those jams, because they were completely distorting. Are you touring anywhere this summer? Not that I know of. There are some things that are coming in, little things here and there. Diorio influence, yes. Yes, there is some Joe Diorio influence. Intervallic Designs, I messed around with that book back in the day. Are you running any pedals? Well, I do. I have a. I do have a delay going through the effects loop. I do have a couple pedals in front of the amp for a little. That's a phase 95 on the phase 45 setting, if that makes sense. It sounds damn good. And then I have a little pedal called the F-Up pedal, which is an Octavia that my buddy Tim Yarnig, who makes my Gristle King pedal for me, he made me a fuzz octave pedal because I like to use Octavias one way, folks, one way. And so I get very irritated when I inadvertently hit one of the controls. So I said, Tim, just set it the way I like it and just give me an on and off switch. So that's this pedal. Disturbed. Let me see if I can get that's that little rat. Slipperfoot has returned. Behold. That's the phase 95, and that's the F up. And there's the flashback delay going through the effects loop. I like a little bit of slapback. Then there's a longer one. And the one I use for like sync step. Sassy sounds, what can you dig it? Do you still use a little heat pedal? I do every now and again. I use a little heat. Mm-hmm. I do have some wicked witch socks on right now. When do we see the rest of the house? Never. It's a little bit messy right now. I've got guitar cases, there's drums and amps and all kinds of sweet malarkey. Plus I have all 4 kids home. And they're big individuals. So we are Yeah, we're having a time. We're having a time. We're having a time. Listen, folks, thanks for tuning in. I got to hit the road. It's 12 after 5. Wow, I've gone crazy. I want to wish you all a pleasant weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday, same time, same bat channel. Don't forget to check out the Guitar Cloud Symposium. You can sign up for that. That's coming up in a couple weeks. I'm going to be there. Jennifer's going to be there. A whole bunch of crazy individuals, great guitar players, all will be there, causing trouble. And Steve Lukather is going to make an appearance, and we're going to harass him. We're hoping that the stories get very interesting. Well, you know they always do with Steve. He's a fountain of interesting anecdotes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, listen, I got to roll. What strings do you play on? Is that a joke, Chris Fleming? Chris, are you toying with me? Matty K. Drade is silencing himself. That is correct. Yes. NYXL's 10 through 46. There's a song out there somewhere. All right, folks, we'll see you later.